Hi everyone, welcome to Unique Vibrations Midday Show. I'm Donna Ferguson, your host and producer of the show, and this week we're featuring episode number 51, Understand the Messages and Are You Listening? So I'm really excited about this. I do apologize that I've had to record this meeting. There's clearly a problem with the internet going live on Facebook today. I have no idea why. But it keeps freezing and Be Live is not working. So maybe my message is not meant to get out there today. I'm not sure, but persistence and consistency will always bring success. So that's one message I can share with you all today. As I said, I really want to thank you all for stopping by and watching this show today. And please let me know where you're tuning in from. I know it's a recording this week, so let me know how you are doing and what resonates with you during this week's session. I know as a published author and a mindset guidance intuitive coach, an international speaker, rapid success therapist, and a DNA reprogramming coach that I am really familiar with how the messages from the universe are missed by my clients. And no matter how clear they are or how their intuitive self responds, they're still questioning what the message is. So what does that mean? Well, I want to share that with you today. Simply that the messages you receive are not always packaged in the packaging that you expect them to show up in. There's all sorts of ways that your messages show up. If you've ever sat and suddenly thought that you have to go somewhere or be somewhere and you have no idea what the reason behind that is, or something was not on your radar for that particular day, if you've ever wondered why, when you arrive, that the perfect person has been there for you to sit down and have a chat with. And whether that's a cafe or the supermarket or whether it's just going for a walk, whatever it is, might be visiting somebody or suddenly realizing that you want to have a catch up with someone. And that was the answer to what your questions and wishes and desires were that you were putting out to the universe. Well, that's what happens when the universe answers you. It's a sudden urge to do something. It's a sign that you might see that suddenly resonates with some of your thought processes. It's something that somebody says that you've heard before and you've just not been able to pick up on what that was until you've heard it for the 52nd time. There's always just maybe a different way that it was brought to you that resonates with you on this occasion. But if you don't act on your instincts, then you are likely to miss an opportunity, and this happens time and time again. You're connected to the universe in countless intricate ways, like threads that are woven through your very being. And it is through these threads that the universe can send you these particular messages. And sometimes the messages are received from recurring experiences. It might be a dream or dreams that you keep having, keep repeating themselves. You're seeing particular animals over and over again. Could be a tiger, an elephant, or an eagle, or something that's sending you a sign. Could be number patterns like 1111 or 888 or 888 or whatever it is. There could be warning signs in your body, often in pain or illness, certain emotions that are coming to the forefront that you haven't felt in a long time through your intuitiveness, etc., etc. So there's so many ways that these messages can come to you. And I know that not everybody sees that. And I really do want to share this with you today. I'm very passionate about the energy and the frequency and the messages that come in. I know myself, I've missed so many in the past, And, you know, they very rarely come around again. So when you do see it come, you really want to take that and move forward with it. So how often have you looked at your life up until this point today and noticed that there have been occurrences in your life that you simply did not understand? These occurrences have forced you into making a decision that you would perhaps not normally have made, and yet it's given you a lesson by making this decision and choosing that particular time. There has been a lesson that's been presented to you through that. A simple example of this would be if you've been in a relationship with somebody and you break up and you thought that they were the one, you thought that they were your life partner, and you know, for some reason, the reason that you broke up with them was because the person that you needed to meet, that you wanted even more so, your soul partner, your soulmate for life, came along soon after that. There's so many instances when you think of your life's journey where there's been something significant that occurred and you either did or didn't listen to that. And your inner voice is telling you these things all the time. And it's time for you to start asking the universe for your desires and your wishes and your goals, because they absolutely can come true. All guidance is always a manifestation of the divine or of your higher self. We are one source and yet still require help and guidance with tuning in and receiving from our higher self. How do we know when we are receiving these messages? Well, I'm going to give you 10 examples of how that happens. And these are really interesting ways of defining what's going on. Number one is unexpected delays that arise can be messages from the universe. In other words, it could have prevented you from having an accident. It may have stopped something else from happening that you didn't need, and yet you're really only a couple of minutes later arriving somewhere than you really wanted to be. Your intuition, it's all about understanding what that uneasiness is when it comes through, and listening to how that teaches you or gives you the message and understanding of where you want to be. Misplacing items on a regular basis. Who loses their car keys all the time? This is all about focus and concentration and your memory and your thought process. Your patience wears thin as you find yourself constantly being in disputes or disagreements with everyone. I think the message here is all about empathy. How can you understand how the other person feels? How can you assist them in moving forward? Maybe they just don't know how to ask for help. Maybe it's up to you to ask them, how can I help you with that? Lack of sleep due to your mind overthinking or not being able to shut down. So that could be about letting go of things that you cannot control or things that you might be fearful of. Ill health or dis-ease. What is the emotional stop or experience that you've had in your life at some point where that emotional stop or block is coming up and giving you this feeling of pain in the shoulder or gut issues or lower back pain or knee pain? There's an explanation for it. Keep stubbing your toe or dropping things. This could be about clarity and focus on what you are doing and what direction you want to move forward in. Negativity keeps appearing in front of you. This could be about you changing your thought patterns and your and what you're doing, and really starting to understand that some people are not meant to be in your life any longer, and it might be about clearing that path so that you can do the work that you want in order to move forward as well. Accidents. Accidents sometimes can be about patience. Having the patience to move in the direction that you need to move into with clarity and focus and concentration and confidence. Internal roadblocks is number 10, and it's about not understanding why you've been given a path or why you've been given experiences in your life that perhaps you didn't agree were necessary in your life for you to be where you're meant to be. I mean, there's many things that occur in people's lives. There's, abuse, sexual abuse, child abuse, memories of what's been going on in your life. If somebody's verbally disrespectful towards you, or you've done something that perhaps wasn't the right thing to do and really being in some sort of trouble over that. These are all about learning the lessons. What was it that occurred that created that choice that made you do what you did, so that you can come back and realign all your little ducks in a row, and all your areas of life, your mental, your physical, your spiritual and emotional life, so that you can come together and actually move forward and do something that you love doing, helping others. If you can master these, then you are well and truly on your way to creating more ease in your life and achieving your goals and dreams. This is a perfect time for you to start writing a list of things that keep coming up for you emotionally and physically and mentally. And of course, that flows into your spiritual self as well. And next to each one, I want you just to sit and really think about what that emotion is, what that deeper issue is that keeps coming up for you, and understanding where that needs to go. You can do this by closing your eyes and focusing on your breath, which will center you, and that's just an experience of being able to really then close your mind down and start working on the things that need to be done. You may see a sign, you may go, if you take that, if you go back to the centering yourself and you actually start to do a meditation, just at the very beginning, ask yourself a question and see what message comes out of that. This is the perfect time for you to actually receive a message. Ask the question and see what comes over the next 24 hours. You may see a sign somewhere or hear something on the radio which will feel like a huge epiphany, and then you'll have your answer. And sometimes it can be the simplest of things. As I said, it could be something that somebody said for the 52nd time. It might just be said in a slightly different way that is really gone, oh my goodness, I know exactly what you're talking about. I finally get it. Take the time to tune into your feelings and emotions and thoughts to understand the underlying vibration of energy and start to release all that no longer serves you. It's really important to do this. This is a great way to get the understanding from the messages and move past these blocks that are holding you back from being that amazing, extraordinary self that you were put here to be. It's always also a really great time for you to start to journal on your feelings, what's coming up for you, and start drilling into that further to find out what that feeling is and where it may come from. Was it an experience as a child, as a teenager, as an adult, in a marriage, in a relationship? What was that, and how are you going to be able to really work through that to create that release of that block that might be holding you back, that you don't even realize is still holding you back? Also, keep asking yourself the question, where is it from? When did it start? And how long have I had this? And, what is it going to take for me to release this? And really work on that. It's so important. All your energy is still projecting that block, whether you know it or not. All the answers will come to you when you're ready to receive them. It's about consistency and persistence, as I said. I'm so grateful for you all stopping by and tuning into this week's show. And, I love that you're all here to share the journey with me. This week, my free gift, I'm offering my obligation-free power call to help you open up the opportunities. And this is a call where you can, we can take the opportunity to see what's ahead of you on your journey. It's absolutely obligation free. I'm not going to sell you anything on that call. It's up to you to make a decision as to whether you want to move forward with something out of that or not. And then we'll work out what suits you. But I'm not going to talk to you about that. I want to help you. I want to assist you. And as a coach, it's really important for me to help as many women as I can. Also, my free gift is not just the call, but I'm also running a masterclass. This is my masterclass that I'm running tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. And it's all about the basics of building business together and, how we can really work through some of those issues for you. And there's so much content in that. I'm also offering, a free one-on-one session for all those that register so that we can work further ahead after the masterclass and really sit down and work out what's going on for you. I'm Donna Ferguson, the host and the producer of the Midday Show, and I'm so proud to be here after 51 weeks of completing, regardless of the issues and challenges that we've had to overcome, particularly today, to get this to run. Thank you so much, and don't forget, you were born to be extraordinary, so don't settle for ordinary at any point in time because you're worth more. Bye for now.